Hey everyone, welcome back to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. It is now time to go kill Zephon, so let's get to it. Seek out Zephon's lair, Raziel.
Seek out Zephon's lair, Raziel. Beyond the ruins that greet your exit from the underworld. Armed with the Soul Reaver, you may gain entry where your path was previously blocked.
Yep, so we're just gonna go right to his door, since we have the warp gate activated. I believe it is this one. Oh wait, that's Melchiah. Here it is. This is the one we want. Alright, let's go hunt down our little brother. Those spider vampires are not going to save him now. We are going the wrong way. Oh, they're still around. So we do have to come back to this place eventually because there is a trophy for killing the vampires with the blast from the pipes, so we do have to come back to it eventually, once we learn how to climb. Alright, here we go. Zephon. The second youngest brother. After Melchiah, obviously. Oh, look at the difference. Doesn't even have texture in this one, it's just goo. So that guy didn't get very far, even with his flamethrower. I guess the other ones were just waiting to see how they figure out how to tackle this guy. They did not want to go into that chamber unless they had a solid, foolproof plan. Like someone pointed out on Twitch, that centerpiece looks a lot different in the remastered graphics. Look at it. It's completely different. That column looks so fragile compared to the rest of his body. Oh, look at all the people he's cocooned in there.
Prodigal son, there is no returning for you, Raziel.
Zephon, your visage becomes you. It's an appropriate reflection of your soul.
And you are not his handsome Raziel anymore. His precious firstborn son turned betrayer. You have missed so many changes, little Raziel. Look around you. See how the human's weapon of destruction has become my home. Indeed, my body. A cocoon of brick and granite from which to watch a pupating world.
A crevice in which to cower, only scuttling from the shadows to devour a victim already ensnared in your cowardly trap. But you've made the mistake of leaving me unbound, and it is you who must succumb to my will.
Will, instinct, reflex action. The insect mind finds little difference. I warn you, brother. As my stature has grown, so it is matched by my appetite. Step forward, morsel.
So he's gonna eat Raziel. The joke's on him. Raziel can just phase over to the spectral realm and just come back right out of his stomach. I never understood what that phrase he was saying before meant originally when I played it. But when I was young, reflex action. It goes by so fast, I almost thought it was one word. Alright, so he's actually a very simple fight. You gotta hit the legs. When they get embedded in the ground, that's when you hit them. Then you gotta grab these eggs that he pushes out of that hole, light them up here on fire, and just throw them right at him. Looks a lot like the Queen from Aliens. That's a miserable existence though, because you can't go anywhere. You're pretty much stuck there in that one chamber. You don't even know what's going on outside. I don't know how he finds any enjoyment in living that way. Dismembered. Cut off all his limbs. Let's grab the final egg. I'm guessing those actually don't have vampires in them, they're just empty eggs. Alright, let's burn them up. One more. Almost looks like he's doing a dance. Zephon is finished.
Consuming Zephon's apostate soul has bestowed on you a new gift. Like his vampire spawn, you're able to scale certain walls which are otherwise impassable, but only in the physical realm. In the spirit world, these insubstantial edifices will not support you.
Apostate, that's another word I learned from this game. I never knew what it meant before. Stifled Titan. Oh, look at it. In the old graphics, his muscle tissue is still moving. There we go. So now whenever we want to play the game on our own, we can just come back here and start from this section. We avoid the whole Silence Cathedral business. He said a pupating world. Zephon, have you looked outside? The world's not pupating, it's dead. Nothing's growing outside. Well, I guess he can't look outside, right? Only his minions can bring him news of what's going on in the outside world. But yeah, the world's dead outside Zephon. There's nothing growing out there. And there's nothing good growing in here either. So we are finished. Now we just gotta go back to the next part of our journey.
In the mountains beyond the pillars, Nosgoth's cataclysms have exposed an ancient crime. Endowed with Zephon's soul, you may now progress where your path was hitherto impeded.
Hitherto, this game is full of vocabulary that you do not hear every single day. It's a very antiquated way of doing the dialogue, but it fits with these vampires. Like I said, it's almost Shakespearean in its tone. But I think it perfectly fits these vampire gods. Also, that was Tony J portraying Zephon. You can kind of hear it in his voice. He tries to make it sound really different, but you can hear it's him. It's like some of the minor NPCs in Blood Omen where you can hear it is Tony J for a lot of them. The barkeeps, you know, the knights, the soldiers, the squires, the bums, the roving Romani tribe, like a lot of them are just Tony J doing the voices because they didn't have that many voice actors. So obviously we're not going back to through the cathedral. Instead we're going to exit out the same way We came in through the warp gate. So let's go back to the Elder God and find out what wisdom he has to inspire us. How are you all doing? Yesterday was a pretty good day. Won $400 during the afternoon, and then I won 89 more at night. So could have won more, but it was still pretty decent. Still pretty decent. Pretty decent result. Something to get us over the holidays, because we really needed the money. We are going the wrong way. That is not the correct path. Always get turned around in this little corridor. So you see those serpent-like blocks on the wall, even though they're more like octopus tentacles, but the stuff inscribed on the walls here. There was this hidden section in Blood Omen called the Lost City, which was directly over with the area where we now have the Abyss. So it was pretty much everyone's theory, and Amy hadn't confirmed there was a connection to it. It's pretty much everyone's theory that the Lost City eventually collapsed into the Abyss, and that's how it ended up here. And what you're seeing down here are the ruins of the Lost Cities. Because that city had a very different layout from anything else we've ever seen in the not just in the Soul Reaver series, but in the Legacy of Kain series, period. So it's quite a natural assumption, and probably correct to assume that these pillars and blocks and stuff here are basically all that's left of the Lost City. Like 2,500 years later, it's just completely collapsed into ruin. By who or what force, we don't know. We don't know what brought it down, but that's probably what happened to it. It just collapsed over the Lake of the Dead and eventually formed the Abyss.
The canyons beyond the pillars expose an ancient blasphemy. Having devoured Zephon's soul, you may now gain entrance where your path was formerly blocked.
Yeah, we made Zephon our bitch. We completely dominated that Alien Queen ripoff. With his stupid flammable eggs. I wonder if the vampire hunters had managed to work together, they could have defeated him, because he's stationary, he can't move. Can't go anywhere else, he can't escape. So I wonder if they just, instead of sending that one lone guy with a flamethrower like an idiot, if they just sent in 3 or 4 guys, I wonder if they might have defeated him, because it's not that hard. You know, just throw back the eggs at him. So I think it's possible they could have done it. Or they could have actually just torched him completely, you know, just get 4 of them in there with flamethrowers and just burn the hell out of him, like the Finn in John Carpenter's movie. Just burn the thing, just burn Zephon. So we are not going over there just yet. We are actually going to explore a bit before heading over to the next section and heading over to Rahab, because there's some stuff we can get now that we can climb. We don't have the force projectile yet. We need that one for some of them, but now that we do have the climbing ability, there is some things we can get. Like this little piece over here. We can now get that pie slice up there and eventually add to our health. Look at that, we almost got it. We only need one more. Oh yeah, we have the Reaver too, so we can go over there and open up that door. Camera, please. What leads down there? I think that's the path to Nupraptor's place. I don't remember if you need the Force Glyph for that one or not. I think you might, because I think you have to push open a box, so we might need it for that one. Ah, damn it. We have to get hit and lose the Reaver so we can actually throw another guy in here, because otherwise he won't do it. I'm gonna let him hit us so we can throw some of the spikes. God damn it. It's not what we want to do. We want to throw him onto the spike, Raziel, so we can get that nice juicy trophy. There we go. Ah, but we lost his soul. Is there another guy over here? Maybe. Let's see if there's another guy over here. Maybe there's a guy outside that we can throw into the water. Oh, we got another one. Let's grab this guy. Got one. There we go, got the Reaver back. We're almost done with the spike trophy. I think we need like 2 more. Let's open up this tomb, which is not actually a tomb, as you can see. It's just a Reaver block hiding another power-up. And we have another Reaver door. Kain sure loved hiding stuff behind the Reaver design, didn't he?
With this artifact, your glyph energy capacity is increased.
Hey, we got another power-up. We haven't even used the glyph energy yet, and we already increased it. Oh, god damn it, they're up. It's nighttime now. Or it's getting to be nighttime. Yeah, so I don't think we can actually do Nupraptor's puzzle without the Force Glyph, because I think there is a box that you have to push over. So you should probably get that first. Raziel, climb onto the damn block. Let's safely ignore that guy for now. Let's see if we can pick up the pie chart. Increase our health a bit. I'll be honest, I don't like the night cycle as much when it changes like that, because it makes it difficult to record. It makes it difficult to see where you're going. Not on here, but on the recording. So I prefer it when it's daytime. Even though it's only natural that they'd want to change the daytime. You know, give a sense of time passing. Or let's quickly change over here. And they did keep the same sound effect for climbing throughout the whole series. So consistency. There we go, we increased our health just the slightest bit. Now we gotta find 10 more. You'll notice the area to the abyss is conveniently sealed up here. He doesn't want us entering this place for some reason. Or he doesn't want anyone entering that place for some reason. Okay, so we did that. Trying to see if there's anything else we can do without the force projectile, because it does really come in handy. Trying to remember it, because I don't remember if that one leads to Nupraptor's lair or if that one leads to something else. I guess we should just go down there and look. Let's see how far we can go. Oh, never mind. We need to be able to swim for that one, which we can't do. So yeah, that one's out of bounds for now. We can't go there. What about here on the opposite end? Can we go over here? Oh, we can. Where does this lead? This can't be the human city yet. It's too early. And we can't access that one until we climb, so... I mean, until we can swim. So there is something up there, but we can't get it because we have no way to shift it to the material realm. Oh, I think that is connected to the human city. It's like a shortcut, but since we can't go there yet, it's of no use to us. Okay, so now we want to go over to the pillar section. That's where we have to go next. We have to go to Kain's chamber and basically climb upstairs to access the next area that we have to go to. We also want to hear the new hint from Ariel, see what she has to say to us. We also get a trophy for speaking to her multiple times. There's a few more collectibles we can get. We can do those later. We gotta go back to Raziel's clan territory and get that one pie slice we couldn't before. And we also gotta go to Zephon's territory and collect some stuff.
Like a corpse in a shallow grave, corruption rises to the surface. Beyond these pillars, the defiled victim mutely screams its outrage.
She's so cryptic. How convenient we can now scale that wall. Now that it's all decayed. And we know how to climb. So we have two doorways, but they don't really make much difference which route you choose. They both lead to the same place.
The ancient tomb of the Seraphim, once impenetrably sealed, now ravaged by Nosgoth's upheavals, its mysteries lay exposed. In the time of Vorador, centuries before Kain was made, the Seraphim warrior priests waged a merciless war against the vampire tribes of Nosgoth. Emboldened by righteousness, they committed unspeakable and indiscriminate acts of violence, massacring fledglings and ancients alike. They decimated entire bloodlines in mere decades. Now their husks lay here, murderers enshrined.
So like I said, when I first played this game, I hadn't played Blood Omen yet, so all this stuff was fascinating because I had no idea what they were really talking about. Even Vorador's name sounded odd, like that sounded like some type of flamboyant figure. And he is flamboyant, but it's also very, very sadistic and surprisingly wise about the world. But yeah, I didn't really understand what he was talking about, how they had wiped out bloodlines of vampires and all this history that came before this. I didn't even know who the Seraphim were. So I was learning as I played along. But then I went and played Blood Omen and I understood a lot more. And then obviously Soul Reaver 2 told us a lot more too. Oh, we gotta go activate the warp gate. So we can just use the shortcut to come back here. And that is actually up here. Yeah, who do you think built these gates anyway? Was it the vampires? Was it the other god? Some of the humans even? Who built this stuff? They did some fancy work, whoever it was. Now that we activated the gate, we can go back down here. The next area will lead us to Rahab's route, but I don't want to go there just yet. I just want to get the Force Glyph, which we have to do by killing a specific enemy here.
Take heed, Raziel. A forgotten history lies within. Know thyself, though it may destroy you.
That sounds ominous. So is this guy guarding the tomb in there? Or did he just randomly stray in there? There's no point in taking one of the spears because we're gonna have to use the Spectral Realm soon. So we're gonna have to leave it behind. So this upcoming cutscene, I get the feeling it's one of those cutscenes that I would have appreciated a lot more if I had played Blood Omen and knew who Malik was and what the Seraphim were. Because that name was just a blank for me.
A sigh of sepulchral air escaped the inner chamber. I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
Malik's is missing. That's notable.
These crypts, defiled caskets of Seraphim saints, bearing my brothers' names, and my own, The irony of Kain's blasphemous act rushed in on me with the crushing force of revelation. Were my hands not as bloody as these? Worse, I had spilled the blood of my brothers, these very comrades whose tombs lay ravaged before me.
Yes, Raziel, you were Zephon, born of the same force that all but destroyed your race. Before the dawn of the Empire, you were chosen. Kain, Nosgoth's solitary self-declared monarch, plundered this tomb and raised you from these crypts. Breathing his vampiric gift into your defiled corpses, he resurrected you as his favored sons.
Know thyself. Yeah, so they were Seraphim knights who Kain transformed into vampire centuries after their deaths. I'm guessing they were a little more than skin and bone at this point. Just decayed husk, but then he was able to turn them into actual vampires by breathing in his gift, a piece of his soul. Which is actually a very different way from how they make vampires regularly. That's Kain's own method. And it's probably why it proves so destructive, because he's already corrupt, so his vampires ended up becoming corrupt too. You'll notice Malix is missing. That's because he was punished way before Blood Omen. Hundreds of years before that, when he failed to save the Circle of Nine from Vorador's attack. So as punishment, Mortanius stripped his soul from his body and put him in a set of metal armor. He basically turned him into like a living set of armor. So the reason Malik's not here was because he technically never died until Vorador finally killed him centuries later, and his body was basically left to decay at the castle he had up in the mountains. It's called Malik's Keep, and it's on this weird island that was pretty much like the only feature in its frozen territory. It was like the tundra, and that was the only thing that was there, just the hill and Malik's castle. But then he also had a separate set of remains at deep in Mortanius's lair. He was the Circle of Nine's guardian of death. So it's unknown which was Malik's actual real body. Or it might have been that also like one of his was just a skeleton, and then the other was just his flesh that he gathered together and just sat in on a seat outside his castle. I think that's the most likely explanation. If you play Blood Omen or you see the cutscenes online, you'll see a lot more of it than just what they're telling you here. It's actually really fascinating lore, even if Blood Omen itself might not be all that appealing to modern gamers, but its story and its lore is still well worth checking out. So here you have to use the Spectral Realm, so you just go down. So technically Malik is his brother too, but obviously Raziel doesn't recognize him. He doesn't know who he is, and it's long since ceased being important. That's also a pet peeve of certain fans, because Malik was technically the leader of the Seraphim, and yet Raziel seems to get much more importance as the story goes on, which that kind of annoyed certain fans, because it's not Raziel in charge, it's Malik who's in charge. There should be a portal there to change back to the material realm. It's not here. I wonder if that's a glitch. Yeah, I think that's a glitch. There should be a portal here to change back to the material realm. But it's not appearing for some reason. Where is it? Yeah, it's supposed to be here. Is it over here? Nope. We might be stuck. Might have to reload. Because the portal is not appearing. Yeah, there's supposed to be one there. But it is not appearing for whatever reason. Yeah, we might be stuck. We might have to actually go down. I mean, reload. Might have to reload. Because the portal's not appearing. And he has full health, so it's not like he's at half health. He has full health. The portal should either be here or here, but it's not. Yeah, it's like you can hear it trying to load, but it doesn't load. Might be stuck, so. Why is it not loading? I don't understand. Yeah, we're gonna have to reload because there's no way out of it without the portal to get back to the material realm. We can't leave. It's supposed to be right over here, I think. So yeah, we're just gonna save and then gonna reload, but we're not gonna save over here. We're gonna save down here just so we can have an extra save just in case we messed that one up. Yeah, you can see it's almost like the portal's nearby, but there's nothing to activate. We can't see it. So yeah, we're just gonna have to reload. Let's see if this goes better.
Zephon tomb, your brother Rahab has secluded himself and his progeny in the ruins of a half-drowned abbey.
So there's our mission statement for Rahab, but we can't go there just yet until we get the first projectile. So we gotta go back to the tomb. Hopefully it's open. Hopefully it's saved before, after we did all that stuff. So we can just go down and we don't have to watch the cutscene again. That's really strange. It should have loaded. It sounded like it was trying to load, but it just couldn't get through. So where's the Zephon tomb? Here it is. That's the logo, the Zephon. You'll see that logo a lot in other games that have them. It's usually on their staffs. It can be on their staffs, and it can also be on their armor too. What the hell? Oh damn, we glitched out. Damn, the game just doesn't want to work today, right? It's just not loading. Kain must have put a curse on it so that we don't discover our true nature. He's cursed the game itself. Okay, so yeah, it is open now. Let's go down there. Hopefully this area loads. There it is, see? I told you it was supposed to be here. That's a relief. We kind of warped into space for a moment there, Razio. Look at this cocky son of a bitch.
Heretic, you shall not pass.
Such loyalty to one who has you guarding this outpost like a chained dog? Do you prosper on the scraps he casts you?
Your insults will do nothing to blunt the agonies of your demise.
Kain killed me once. Behold the result. I have no more to fear from you.
I wonder which voice actor that is. The one. It's got to be the one for the brothers, right? Probably the one for Dumas. Ooh, he got me. Well, we got him. Gonna toss him right into that water. Take a bath. And he had a special object on him. Now this was actually to make up for.
Infused you with the power to compress and manipulate space.
You shall pass.
Your symbiotic weapon, the Soul Reaver, is also thus enhanced. You may focus and project an orb of kinetic energy to strike objects that are otherwise beyond your reach.
So like I was saying, this was added in to make up for the fact that another character that's supposed to give you like telekinetic ability was cut from the game, so I think they added this back in to give you like or it might have been both of them were already there, but this one is just the bolt, and then later on you were supposed to get a more refined version of TK where you could actually lift certain objects. But for now you can just fire the bolt like that. Because the other character that was supposed to give you the much more powerful ability got removed, so. Looks like we got a shortcut here. Where does this lead to? Look at that. Yeah, what is up here? Let's see, where are we? Oh, this is to exit outside the tomb. Okay, we don't want to go back. Or do we? I'm not really sure. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go back because I just remembered I'm not really sure where Rahab's warp gate is, so I don't want to go too deep there and then not be able to return. Because I actually want to go over and get some of the stuff we can get now, like the Stone Glyph. So I don't want to go too far into Rahab's territory because I don't know where his warp gate door is. And I think he only has one. So like if it's in the middle of his section there, it's a long way back. So before we go over to chase our brother, we're gonna get the Stone Glyph and a couple other objects. First, let's get back to Raziel's territory. Pick up that extra pie slice. And now we can also do Nupraptor's lair, which is probably one of the best hidden secret areas in the entire game. I did not even know what that was until I played Blood Omen. I had no idea what that skull was. Apparently some people are alarmed when they play that game, and then since the fog hides the loading distance or the draw distance, that the giant skull just manifests out of nowhere. Alright, so let's move this over here. Look at that, see? You don't even have to push it now, you can just use the energy. A bit slow, but it works. Let's shift over. We got the pie slice. Got a 1/5 of another pie. We can't open up the bridge though, because that requires another separate ability we don't have. So now we're going over back to Melchiah's place. Oh wait, should we go to Zephon's first? Actually, you know what? Let's go to Melchiah's, because if we go over to Zephon, it's gonna be dark as hell. We're not gonna be able to see anything. So I'd rather go there with a light. At least there's light over here. Because Zephon's place is already dark. I don't want to go there and not be able to see a damn thing. And it's still nighttime. Now there is a trophy for jumping in. It's called a dissolution. So we're gonna do it right now. We're just gonna off ourselves in the water. Look at that dissolution. Come here. I always kill those things on my own playthroughs because I don't like the idea of them just eating random souls. At least with Raziel, you know where they're going. Now, which path is it? Let's see if it's this one or it might be the other one. Oh, here's another pie slice. I didn't even remember that one was here. 2 out of 5. Let's go. This might not be it. I think this might be something else. Oh, this is the Force Glyph. Oh, we can get this one. This one's the easiest one to get. You literally just push over those 3 pillars and that's it. That's all you gotta do. Just to create the logo on the ground. I always thought this guy looked like he was wearing glasses, especially when you see his effect. You'll see it in a minute. Easiest puzzle ever, right? Just push the 3 pillars over and you're done. is forming a little force symbol there. Look at that, it's like he's shooting little X-ray beams or sunlight beams. So the force glyph is actually the most useless of the glyphs, because all it really does is just push enemies away. But the thing is, you can push them into water or sunlight. That's what makes it cool. On its own, it's not that much. It doesn't really do anything to them, but it pushes them away, so it can lead them stunned, or it can push them into environmental hazards. Alas, poor Nupraptor. Oh yeah, you can see now and clearly. I never noticed that before. That is his face. With his big brain.
These glyphs empower you with elemental lore. Each spell exacts a sacrifice of energy, however. Use them sparingly and wisely.
I never noticed that before. I knew we had him in the game, obviously, because of his lairs in the game, but I didn't notice that this was connected to him in any way. And now I realize it is. You can see his lips. You can see his eyes, which are sewn shut. He sewed them shut after Ariel died, and he went insane. And you can see the veins along his head because he had like an enlarged skull and a really big brain because he was the mind guardian, so he was a psychic. And Kain looked down on him, but he had actual real power. So yeah, I never noticed that before. That's new. Because you can see in the old graphics, it just looks kind of like a random head. I didn't really notice now. That is supposed to be him until we got the trophy. No wonder, because I thought the trophy was for getting to his place, which we're gonna get to in a minute, but no, it's actually for getting the force glyph. And it does make sense because the force glyph, like I said, is telekinetic force which he could use. Give me back that soul. And you. Here we go, I think, Nupraptor's lair. Or what's left of it after 2,500 years. Oh, look at the skeleton on the ground. Wonder who that was. Yep, look at that skull, just that ominous looking skull coming out of nowhere. Now there's a slight problem in that I didn't anticipate it being nighttime, so we might have to see whether we can actually do it or not. If it's too dark, I might have to pass until it's daytime, because I'm not able to see where I'm going. Can we open the door? Because if we can open the door, maybe we can come back later. Oh yeah, there it is right there. Cool, so we can come back later. Take a picture of that. Now it always bothered me that the eye over there is full of stone, because the whole gimmick with the Nupraptor was he had two eyes. One showed Nosgoth as people saw it, and then the other one showed Nosgoth as it were actuality, you know, corrupted and diseased and all red and stuff, and then one showed like the regular view of the forest. So it always bothered me that one window is one of his eyes is shut with like a stone, where they're both supposed to be open. And I'm guessing the skull fell basically from the mountain after he died hundreds of years later. But yeah, it just always bothered me the fact that one eye is completely stone and not open when both of them should be open. So that always bugged the hell out of me. Once I went over to Blood Omen and played it, and I saw how the place really was before Kain destroyed it, or before Time destroyed it rather, because Kain only killed Nupraptor. Time actually did the rest. But it just, I can never unsee it, the fact that both eyes should be open and instead you only have one open. I think a better way to do it would have been to just have the other one lead to nowhere, like it was just resting against like a rock or something and you couldn't enter, instead of just having it filled out. Because now when you look at the place in Blood Omen, it makes no sense. Both of them are supposed to be open because they both had crystal screens. But even so, I guess it's a cool addition. Let's see what we can actually see. And he doesn't change much, because it's a giant skull, so what else can they change? Yeah, there might be a problem here. Let's see if we can actually see inside. We might have some issues here. We do have torches. Oh, he hit us. I didn't even know that. And of course now it's infested by Melchiah's zombies. Okay, so it's better in here. We can't kill those guys, so we might as well just leave them alone. Okay, so it is better inside. That's fine. That's cool. At least we can see. Now this puzzle here bugged the hell out of me originally. I could not figure it out where we're supposed to go. It's basically one long climb up this whole section there. And those walls, like the whole wooden beams, and also it looks like flesh behind them, even though it's just walls. That whole design is basically like kind of paying homage to the design in Blood Omen, because that's what the interior of his castle looked like. It was just all those wooden beams and stuff like that. Of course, his was covered in blood and whole stuff, because he basically killed his whole staff after he went insane. So nice guy, that Nupraptor. He lost his wife and then doomed the entire world. And that was how Kain became corrupted, because Nupraptor sent like a psychic wave of energy at him when he was being born, and it as a part of the circle it got him too. But you'll see much more of that in Soul Reaver 2. This beam is always tricky to jump to, especially when Raziel does stuff like that. He refuses to jump properly. There we go. Gotta be very careful here. This is a place for using the analog stick. You do not want to use the controller here to move. You do not want to use the D-pad to move, because you need precise movements navigating these beams, or else you fall down. You gotta start all over again, and you basically have to shift between them at various points. Maybe holding this will help Raziel balance better. Okay, so now we gotta get to this one. This is the sequence of beam that confused me when I was a kid. Obviously when you're a child and you're playing this like at 10 or 12 years old, unless you've played a lot of games like this, you're gonna be taken aback by some of these puzzles, because they tend to get a bit vague. It's not like nowadays where they give you tons of hints of where to go. This, you have to figure it out all on your own. There's no hint of where to go. You just have to observe the environments, see the layout, how things are organized, and that that determines where you have to go. But it can be difficult. Sounds like you're having a rave down there. Melchiah's clan. Here we go. God damn it. See what I mean? It is very easy to miscalculate that jump. But it's worth it though. You get a pretty useful glyph for it. It's just a pain getting up to the top. There we go. So let's get to the safety of the stair. There's some magic, but obviously we do not need that because we have not expended any magical energy. It seems so easy now, but back when I was a kid, that was really difficult. Because I wasn't used to using the analog stick. This came out right around the time that Ape Escape 1 did, and so these were games that were using the analog stick instead of the D-pad to primarily control. And I was used to the D-pad. I used the D-pad for everything. Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, Warhawk. Pretty much I used the D-pad for everything. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. So this was a brand new territory for me. And I was like, analog stick? I don't know how to use a freaking joystick. Who came up with that idea? And little did we kids know that analog sticks were far, far superior to the D-pad that we've been using our whole lives since the Super NES days and Sega Genesis days. It was the way of the future. And I'm sure fighting game fanatics realized about. Most of us, we didn't realize it because that was the first time we'd ever had a controller for a home console with an analog stick before. Before it was just D-pad. So it was a huge transition. But it proved, it proved incredibly useful to be able to navigate stuff gently without having to overshoot your jumps or having the character constantly running. You think we can spear that guy over there? There's the old sunlight. What are those three people doing? Almost looks like they're having some type of threesome there or something. Look at it. And that figure there, I'm guessing that figure is supposed to be their version of Jesus because there is an actual church over here in the Legacy of Kain universe. The difference is that nobody realizes, but the church is actually a front for a cult. Who would have thought, right? That a church would be a seemingly innocent-looking church would be a front for a hideous cult. Who would have thought that, right? But it is a front for a cult. Actually, I believe it may be a front for two cults. One of them is in Blood Omen, and the other one will have to wait until Defiance, so I can show you what that one is. So now you're supposed to jump over here to that section right there. Right over there. But you can't actually get up top there. I forgot how you do it. Let's see. It is possible to get up top there. I wonder if you have to shift to the material realm. Oh yeah, there we go. And there's really nothing up there except like an energy sphere for your glyph artifacts. There's nothing really important up there, but it's just cool to get up here. It's there, you might as well, right? Look at that, they even have a little convenient portal there. There we go. Oh yeah, these people look like they're doing some type of orgy here. The guy's even bent over. I know it's probably just people dying, but it looks funny. Yeah, I'm guessing this is supposed to be their version of Jesus right there at the top. And like I said, little does anyone know that whole church is just an organized front for another much more deadly cult. One that has influence even in Raziel's time. Even in this time period where everything's destroyed, but we'll get to that later. I always like the fact that you can hear the wind from up here. It sounds very, very strong because you're very high up, so the winds are very fierce over here. God damn it, oh, god damn, he overshot it. Let's get over here instead. Maybe we can salvage it. Damn, we can't salvage it because we... Actually, wait a second. Let's see. Can we push up the glyph? Let's see. Can we push it out of the way? Can we reach up there? No, we can't. Damn. Oh, that sucks. We have to go. We have to start all over again from the very bottom. That is some bullshit right there. The damn camera got in our way and we overshot our jump. It's supposed to reach that hill over there. Now we gotta go back to the bottom. That's the one thing, this camera will sometimes get in your way. You try not to, but it just gets in your way. So now we gotta go all the way back up. That's the one thing I don't like about this area. As cool as it is, I don't like the fact that if you fall, you have to go all the way back up. This guy's waiting for us. Really? Oh damn, they got tons of them. Razio, get on the damn log. Get on this freaking log. Yeah, that camera completely screwed us there. God damn. See what I mean? The camera gets in your freaking way. A lot. Usually it's not a problem when it's just plain combat, but here where you're navigating... God damn, look at that. Where you're navigating this tricky terrain, it can be a pain. Come on. That's why it's really worth it to try to get it right on the first time, because if you fall down there in that area, it is a pain to get back up and the camera does not help you. It'll try to make things as difficult as possible for you. Because you could see before you could see there I was trying to aim for the ground, and no, I just completely overshot it. It just started spinning, and we just it made us overshoot our jump. So we got back up. You know, it would have been cool if they had like the whole brain floor decal from Blood Omen in one of these places. That would have been awesome. If we could literally see that piece of the floor from Nupraptor's on Lair. I wonder if we jump from this height instead. Instead of jumping from the ledge, let's jump from over here, see if the camera behaves better. There we go. This is much better. Yeah, so you gotta jump from the ledge, not from the edge of the platform over there, but jump for like the stone ledge itself. Okay, so gotta fire that to make it drop. There we go. Now we can get up there, and there's the pie slice. But before we go over there, we gotta go over here first. I believe there's a glyph hidden here at any rate. Oh yeah, there it is. We have the ancient drawings. As soon as you see those, you know there's a glyph there. And there's the stone mason, so this is obviously a stone glyph of some sort. Now, who do you think built these? You think this was I guess it might have been the people who are here from even before Nupraptor's time. Because even though this sounds like vampire technology, the ruins are not vampires, so I wonder who they were. Or was it followers of the ancient vampires? Who knows? Now this one is a bit annoying because you have to drag all these blocks over here. It's not as lengthy as some of the other block puzzles, but it is slightly annoying because you have to drag them all the way over there. But at least the force projectile makes it much better. That's why I wanted to get it as soon as possible. Because once you acquire that, the block puzzles become a lot easier. So there's the monkey's tail. That's a long ass tail. We need the one with his face. This is some neat sounding music though. Here it is, this is the one we need. So when you look at this game, you can kind of see like the early, design inspiration of like the Crystal Dynamic Tomb Raider games after they took over the series. You can kind of see the little origins of it in Soul Reaver. They copied a lot of the game design for that series that started in here. You know, some of the puzzles, the ruins, stuff like that. Like the whole gaming design philosophy, you can kind of see it started with this. That block does not go in this one, it's before the other one, so fortunately we gotta push it back. I still have not played Gex though. That was their other main franchise, Gex. It got remastered a while ago. I should probably play that because it sounds like good platforming fun. It's 2D platformer. I'm usually skeptical of 2D platformers that aren't Mario or Donkey Kong or Kirby, but I should probably give Gex a try. Okay, so that's to get the other platform off. So this one. That's to help us get this one off. This is probably the one we need for the other end, but we need it first to be able to get this block over here, because otherwise we can't get this one down. And now you just push it off with your either your hands or your force beam. Okay, so let's see which one we need. Was it that one or was it the other one? I think it might be this one. Okay, let's see. That one has the jaw and a hand. So if the other one already has a face there, that was the one we need. see if it has the complete face or not. No, it needs the face. Okay, so that one goes over there. We need the one with the face. Yeah, so it's not this one. It's probably this one right here. Let's push this one out of the way. Yeah, I think it's this one. Because you can see there it has a face on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it. Flip it back. And then sideways. I think you can also move the blocks with the force glyphs too, but that's just a waste of energy. I guess it might be worth it just to see what happens. Let's see. Oh no, it doesn't work on the blocks, it only works on enemies. It's like Raziel doing like a pirouette, like a ballerina dancer. So yeah, it does not work on the blocks, it works exclusively on the enemies. You know, that's all you can use it for, just to push enemies off of ledges or push them to water or sunlight. It's solely for that one purpose. It doesn't do anything on its own. Not even move the blocks, that would be helpful. Because imagine if like you just hit it with the force glyph and the block just slid all the way down here. That would have saved you a lot of time. But no, you can't do it. There we go. 2 out of 4. So let's flip this one so that it's facing the opposite direction. And then we can just flip it to its proper side. There we go. And so that must be, the other one must be on the bottom. For this one, the face must be on the bottom of the block. Okay, so who needs a face? Is it this guy or is it this one? Oh no, it's right over here. Okay, it's this one right here. Oh yeah, so the other one is just a blank box to help you pick up the other cube. Because this one's already over here, so it is just a blank slate. It's just a block, no actual carvings or drawings on it. Now we push this in. And that puzzle is pretty much solved, and you're gonna get the Stone Glyph, which basically freezes enemies in place. That's what it does, it freezes them in place. Oh, there's one at the bottom, really? Oh yeah, they have these two at the bottom. Shit, forgot about these. Damn, I completely forgot about these. This is a lot of work just to get that almost useless glyph, because all it does is just freeze enemies in place like stone. It lasts for like 10 seconds or so. I guess it's useful for the stronger enemies, but it doesn't really do much if you're just handling the Duma vampires, because those are already very weak in the first place, so it doesn't really do that much. It's more for like the Torel vampires, which you'll encounter, which are pretty dang strong. Need one more block. Where is it? Oh, I guess we do have to bring that block downstairs. You have to flip it over here. Let's try to find a face first. So there's nothing on this side. So let's flip it over. Nope. No, there's nothing on here, so I wonder where's the other block then? We need one more. So we got these three in place. Got one. This does not go here because it doesn't have the body. Oh boy. How did we mess that up? That one does not go there because it does not have the body. I thought that was the tail. That's not the tail. That's or does it go there? Oh yeah, it does go there. Huh. It's gotta be on another block that we're not seeing. Is it down here? Oh, I think it might be outside. I think we might have to go outside and get it. Oh no, it's up here, never mind. It's up here. I see it now. I was wondering where the hell that block is. It's over here. So if there was a vampire, you could just drop it on his head and kill him right there. So what Raziel says about how vampires need only fear wounds that impale or incinerate is not really true because you can just drop a giant block on their head and kill them that way. That's an easy way to get rid of them. One thing I always wondered about the water weakness is how do they bathe them? Do they just smell awful and nobody else complains about it because they're in charge, or is it like certain real world tribes where because they have a lack of water they just bathe using like certain oils or like sand and stuff like that, and that's how they keep clean? Because that's what some tribes do in Africa because it's so hot in the desert. You barely have water, so you have to clean yourself using sand. So I wonder if that's what they do, because otherwise they would just smell terrible. And even though most of them probably wouldn't mind that Kain's a nobleman, so you know damn well he wouldn't tolerate himself smelling terribly. He wants to leave a good impression to let you know that like, he's the best ruler in charge. He's that sophisticated, so Kain would not like smelling awful at all. So I imagine, I guess they just bathe using some other alternate means other than just water. Although rainwater doesn't really do much to them, so I wonder if it's immersion in water, right? So maybe they can tolerate water in small bursts, or maybe like because they're supernatural, the skin just repels all types of dirt and dust, and they just stay clean perpetually. They don't need to bathe. There we go. We finished it. It's got to be something like that because also Vorador had his own kingdom, and he fancied himself a pretty sophisticated vampire, so he would not tolerate himself smelling badly, or his women or servants. So I imagine they must have some other alternate way to clean themselves that we just don't see. Like I said, maybe they use oils, or maybe they just use like sand or something like that, some other means Or maybe their bodies are just supernatural, so they can just repel dirt and grime automatically. Because with Raziel's pompous ego, can you imagine him smelling badly? He would just not tolerate it, so I imagine they've got to have some other ways to clean themselves, besides just immersing themselves in water and potentially dying. And now we got the Stone Glyph. This is one of the cooler sequences in the game. Hammer time. Look at that. And the funny thing, this is all optional, so you go through all this trouble to get these glyphs in the game. Thank you, Stonemason guy, for that exquisite gift. But you go through all this trouble and then you lose all those abilities in Soul Reaver 2. You start from scratch, so they're worth nothing. Because they would have made the game way too easy. I'm guessing the explanation is that because Raziel was so focused on vengeance and seeking out Kain and his brothers, he didn't really do a lot of that optional stuff in the real story. Or else, as you'll see it at the end when he goes through like a portal, maybe it just kind of like messes with his essence and kind of robs him of his abilities. Because spoilers for Blood Omen 2, but Kain loses his abilities for a short time in that game, so maybe it is possible that at the end of this game, once Raziel goes through a certain portal, the portal energies just mess with him and kind of rob him of all those powers. Since he's literally going back like thousands of years in time, maybe it's just not stable. So now that we got that out of the way, we can go grab the pipe slice over there. And it's still nighttime. Look at that block has the Melchiah symbol. So they really did take over Nupraptor's lair right there. It's not a coincidence that Melchiah built his structures here. I guess he chose to build close to Nupraptor's lair. So we are done with this place. Like Kain says, alas, poor Nupraptor, I knew him well. Well, not really. See you, Baldy. It's also funny how Ariel sends Kain to kill him, even though he's her husband in Blood Omen, because he's causing so much damage. So he literally brings her his head and just lays it at the base of the pillar and restores it. Like, just like that. Can you imagine sending someone to kill your spouse because they're causing immense damage to the world, and then they literally bring your head, they bring his head to your base of operations, and that's how you start fixing everything, by using the severed head that they brought you. Alright, so we're finished with that optional stuff. What else can we get? Oh yeah, the sound glyph from Zephon's place. I'm trying to remember if we can go back, or I'm trying to remember just how far back it is. Oh, but I said I wanted to wait until daytime. Never mind, I wanted to wait until daytime so we can actually see where the hell we're going. So, you know what, we got 2 glyphs already. I think that's enough. I think we can head over to Rahab's territory. I believe it's this one, right? No, that's Zephon's lair. Okay, we go back and do the sound stuff with the pipes. Yeah, let's go back and do the pipes, because that won't take long. Yeah, because the issue with the sound glyph stuff is now, because it's nighttime, we're not going to be able to see anything on the recording. It's going to be way too dark, so I'd rather wait until it's daylight. We could actually see where the hell we're going. Going down, Raziel. Going down. Okay, so where is the I believe it's this way. It's the large set of pipes. So we gotta go back down. There we go. It's not this one. I believe it's over here, right? I think it's over here, at any rate. Is it over here? I'm not really sure now. Where are those pipes? Listen here. Pitiful human. Let's kill this guy too. God damn! I just had to throw the damn knife. Because I wanted to get him, I wanted to use him to get back the Reaver, but it didn't work. Okay, so that's not where we're supposed to go. I think we do have to go upstairs. Oh damn, he hatched. Let's get out of here. I'm trying to find the room with the giant organ pipes. Because that's where we need to go so we can activate it. Now that we can climb, we can head up to the top and kill some of the vampires using that. It's not this. That's a dead end. I don't want to miss this guy. So let's go back upstairs then. Might be upstairs. God damn, Razio, you were right there. Here it is. I think it might be this place. Is there another ledge? Those guys are annoying as fuck. God damn. God damn, it keeps falling down. I'm trying to get back up to the pipe. There we go. I think we have to go over this direction. Yeah, here they are. This is the pipes we're looking for. Oh, there's no souls to eat. That's pretty rare that you find an area without any souls. You only have these guys, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna have to climb because there's 3 vampires down here. Let's climb before they get up top there. And remember, they can climb too, so you don't want to linger here too long. Alright, here we go. Let's fry some vampire ass. Or explode it using sound. This is actually really cool. You open up the 3 lids. Watch what happens. A hymn of death. Damn, he just tumbled over. Oh, that was kind of ghetto actually, the way they did it here. But yeah, that does kill them. So that gives you a hint as to what the original ending of this game is. There were Razia would have climbed the Silence Cathedral all the way to the top, and he would have activated like the gigantic pipe that they'd built, and then he would have blasted that sound wave all across Noskov and basically killing every single vampire in the land, or what's left of it. Not really the world, because it's only basically like a continent pretty much, but across that particular land it would have killed all the remaining vampires. But the game couldn't get that on time, so they changed it to something else. And some people think the story would have ended right there, but actually no, that would have led to a different type of cliffhanger than the one we actually get in this game. So he'd still have to go back in time for Soul Reaver 2 to fix some stuff, but that would have been the original ending where he just killed all the vampires using the Silence Cathedral. I'm kinda glad they didn't go with that ending, because it would have just felt cheap if after doing all this stuff, oh, he just goes up to the Silence Cathedral and uses it and wipes out all the vampires like the humans wanted, even though the humans were all scumbags in Kain's time. So it just would have felt cheap. It wouldn't have felt earned that he was able to wipe out the vampire race that easily, and that Kain would just surrender that easily too, given what we know about him. So I'm glad they went a different route. But I'm sure we'll see part of that at least in the lost levels, in the deleted content. Once we finish the game, I'll do a video specifically for the deleted levels. It's not all the deleted content, because I don't think that... I've heard at least one boss fight actually works, but I don't think it works fully. I think it's part of it. Because obviously they can't restore the whole freaking level. You know, they don't have the data to do all that, but they can give you parts of it so you can see exactly what it would have been like if you had been able to play those levels. Okay, so we're gonna save over here. Alright, so it's almost 4 AM in the morning. It's 3:53. We've been recording for almost an hour 45 minutes, so I think this is actually a good stopping point because we got all the optional stuff. Like I said, I don't want to do the Stone Glyph right now because it's still nighttime, and so if we go over there, we're not going to be able to see anything in the early portion of the Silence Cathedral. I want to actually be able to record where we're going, so I think I might go there back when it's actually daytime. That way we have at least some light, you know, allowing us to see exactly where we're going. Also, it's a pretty short area too. Like, the Stone Glyph is very easy to get, so once you're actually there and you break open the window, it literally only takes you like 10 minutes to get the Stone Glyph, so it's not a big deal. But we can do it after we go deal with Rahab, because like I said, there's no way to change the day cycle, to change it from nighttime to day. So if you go over there now, it's just going to be one big dark patch. You're not going to see anything, and I'm barely going to see anything as to where we're going. So it's probably best to go there during the daytime so you can get a clearer image of what you're supposed to do. But the Stone Glyph itself is not difficult at all to get. It's actually pretty easy. So like I said, we'll just go there next time, and then after dealing with Rahab, then we'll go back and get the Stone Glyph. Unless it's daytime when we turn the game on next time, maybe in that case we'll go directly to the Stone Glyph and get it first. But we're making good progress. We dealt with Zephon, got a huge bunch of optional stuff. We increased our health, got the force projectile, which is important for dealing with Rahab. You need that, so obviously that's why they put that guy there, because you can't progress in the game without it. In order to proceed to the boss fight eventually, you need that force glyph, so we got that. Saw a couple interesting places. We saw Nupraptor's head, what's left of it. There's a little skull that used to be his base of operations. Obviously the waterfall has long dried up over the past 2,500 years, but we saw it at least. And yeah, I'd say we're probably about halfway done, I'd say. Because it doesn't take that long to get to Rahab's area. It's more a case of navigating the water carefully, since you're still not immune to water, so once you fall in there you can just easily die and have to start over. and climb your way back out of the spectral realm. So it's more a case of just avoiding the water as much as you can, but it doesn't take that long to actually get to him. And then after that, we're going to probably what is like the centerpiece of the game, Dumas territory, where you fight Dumas himself. That's probably the main centerpiece boss battle of the entire game, so we'll get to it eventually. I'm really liking playing through the game again. Like I said, I think it holds up very well. Some people said the gameplay is too primitive or it's too basic for nowadays, but it's funny how they don't say that about Mario games or older Resident Evil games or Metroid or Silent Hill. They just say it not about Soul Reaver. Oh, it's primitive compared to what we can do nowadays. It's so basic. So what? You know, so what? So what if Raziel doesn't have a dozen different combat moves he can do, or like 20 different powers he has? The game is still fun to play. It's very fun to play. It has a great storyline, and I don't think time has diminished any of that. It still feels just as refreshing to play it now as it did back then, 25 years ago when it released. It still feels pretty damn good to play this game. So we're gonna keep on going with the next time in a couple days, but for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time on Soul Reaver 1 Remastered on the PS4. See you later, everyone.